Views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello, everyone. Not sure if you can see me over on YouTube. I just want to say hello. I'm not getting anything that we're on, and I'm trying to figure that out. So let me know over there. I just want to say hello. We do have our audio and all of our backups going, of course. And welcome to the show. I'm going to pop right into this. Now, we have some amazing things going on today. We have angel messages about Mercury Retrograde. And of course, we're having a technical thing going on. It's kind of funny to me, and maybe it's okay. Over on my end, I'm not sure. But here's the deal. When we have so much going on with retrograde, it does affect what we're used to. It affects comfort zone. It affects life, it affects how we're used to doing things. So that's exactly what retrograde does to you. It's just rolling with it. It's rolling with the punches. It's just, being okay with whatever happens. And sometimes it can really freak you out. If you're that attached to it being a certain way all the time, that's what can happen. So I just wanted to let you know it happens to me too all the time, especially trying to live stream. Talk about get used to the way things can be. So I want to welcome everyone that is in the chat. Hello to you over in YouTube chat. My wonderful producer, Carter, over in the station is going to help me with a Facebook chat. Too many windows open, it could affect the stream. So I'm just going to go for it here. So what did the angels have to say about redirecting your energy? It's like this Mercury retrograde, and it's interesting. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this retrograde today, how it influences. Yes, that's astrology, but I'm finding a lot of interesting info in that lately. So that's why I bring it to you. And then the other thing is what the angels are saying in their insights. And that's what I did this week. I was working with the angels on what could we do to make the most of this. The thing about retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades, is they come 3 or 4 times a year, 3 to 4, usually about 4, I think. Depends on how the timeline plays out. And it lasts for about 3 weeks. So we get almost every quarter an opportunity to reflect, review, revise, and then power on. Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap. It's like, oh no, not that. It's messing with my phone. It's messing with my computer. Nothing's working right. It kind of affects communications with other people. You feel frustrated with that because you're used to it being the way it always has been. That was one of the quick tips I want to give you right away. It does change it up a little. It changes it up a little bit. It changes it to where don't expect it to just play out the way it does every day. Just don't expect anything. Expect surprises. Expect it to show you something different. And it will be a lot smoother for you, and you can learn a lot from it. They're actually gifts. We're given opportunity to review how we've been doing things. We have opportunity to review, okay, this is my plan. This is what I want to manifest. This is how I want to go about it. And when the retrograde happens, because Mercury's all about communication. So if it goes retrograde, it means rewind, review. It gives you opportunity to revise your intentions. That's the part that I really want to emphasize today a lot, because if you're just seeing what didn't go well, or what broke, or what technology, or what computer, things like that, or somebody misunderstood me, things like that, it gives you opportunity to revise how you approach everything in your life, how you put out your intentions. Is there something within yourself? Well, this is what I want to manifest. And then when you do this review, you realize, oh, I should tweak that a little bit. My reactions are a little bit out of balance for what I'm trying to do here. It's things like that. And we're going to go over that today. I do have, before we dive deep into this, and I'm going to quickly do this one. This is an email because we were live 2 weeks ago, and then I was out of town last week. So we weren't here live last week. So 2 weeks ago, we did a show on manifesting and how important that is with your solar plexus. And you can look in the archives for that. But we had this email come in. So I appreciate her patience because we couldn't answer that. We didn't get it till after the show. And that was 2 weeks ago. But she had a question. And this is Deborah. Deborah asked, well, first she says, thank you for an awesome show today. She's talking about the March 8th show. So thank you for that, Deborah, and thanks for being a listener. You've been with us for a while. If you are, and here's her question, if you are an empathic, would it be a good idea to close down your solar plexus and make it smaller when you are doing healing or other spiritual work, so you aren't receiving unwanted energies from people or certain places? How about when you go out and around people or a lot of people? Would that help you so you aren't receiving unwanted energies from people or certain places too? So she's basically wanting to know about making it smaller, I guess. And she's like, thank you for everything you do. What about closing it down to make it smaller? Okay, she's asked that. It's like kind of at repeating 3 times. So let me get to that. There is studies out there. I saw them several years ago, actually, about making yourself more of the auric field was what I recall, making that smaller so you could go through. I don't regularly make mine smaller. She's asking what I think about this. There's no right or wrong approach to what you want to do with that. The goal is do what works for you the best. What I do, I don't make them smaller. I focus on my chakras being balanced, about the same size. I find more issues personally if one's very open and very big and others are very small and they're just not aligned with each other. My goal when I'm balancing chakras is to make sure they're all the same size. It's a smoother response. They work together better. They're all on the same page, so to speak. Personally, that's the way I prefer. What I work on is if I'm out as an empathic, I pick up all kinds of stuff. I put it out there where I'm protected and aware. And one of the things that I put out with the angels is I ask them to keep me aware. I don't want to completely shut everything down to where I don't feel anything, but make me aware to separate what's mine and what's not, and to have detached compassion, and to know that you can care that something's happening with another, but you do not have to take it on, but you can help them at the same time. But you don't have to help. You're not here to help everybody. The goal is to make sure your energy is balanced. Then you can put out a very strong light that really inspires and helps others and lifts them. But if it's pulling you down, no. So some people do that. Some people make their chakras smaller so they don't feel so much. And it just depends on how things are affecting you. I personally work on my shield and my protection. Instead of a paper wall, I have brick, so to speak. Think of the difference of strength. Okay. And then I just say, well, I want to filter and I want to be aware and I don't want to miss things that I should know, because the gift of empathic helps you pick up the energies of everything. I mean, we're all moving to where we feel life. So I wouldn't necessarily want to shut it all the way down, but you can have a protective shield with that. That's how I'm going to answer that. And that goes with that show from a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to address that one first because we're going to move into a little bit of a different topic. So let's see. Let me go into this retrograde. First of all, personal review. If you have something that you've been trying to manifest, and maybe it's not quite manifesting the way you intended, Mercury retrogrades are a perfect time to do the review, reflect, go inward, do some meditation, ask some questions of your guides, your angels, your higher self, yourself, and say, is there something, a perspective? This one really is powerful. Is there a perspective I'm missing that maybe if I looked at it through a different perspective, I would see how to revise what I'm doing and it would make more sense or it would flow better. A lot of people, their frustration with law of attraction or manifesting is, this is what I want, but I don't seem to be attracting it. They get frustrated, like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? There's different stages of soul growth that go with that, and it's an inward journey that you're working on, and the perspective and change of heart, change of beliefs, things like that you're working on. So if you feel like something like that's frustrating you, the Mercury retrogrades actually are a gift that can help you grow and learn from them, especially a challenge that doesn't seem to be working for you. If there's a challenge that's just not playing up to what you want, these are opportunities to look into that. Now, this one in particular is going into an Aries. It's what do I want to say? It's really going to be mental. You're going to want to be proactive. You might be a little impatient. You might feel like you're overthinking things, or you probably are. Your impatience, it will challenge that a little bit because you want to get going. You're ready to go. And then it goes into retrograde. Oh, you know how you're so excited. Okay, let's go. And then, wait, why do we have to back off and slow down? Honestly, this is where the sage in your soul can come out. The soul maturity, because patience is a virtue, right? And you've always heard that, don't pray for patience because, oh my goodness, the challenges that come to teach you patience. This one is not that bad, but it will mess with you a little bit. You want to be independent. You want to go. You want to feel like you can do this. And then you have to slow down, revise, reflect, readjust, realign, and look at it. That's the first thing about this one in particular that we're going into. It just went into it, I believe, yesterday into Aries. So that's the first part of it. And then there's another part of it that I'm going to go into, and then we're going to go into the angel advice for this influence right now, because my goal is to help you manifest your dreams, align, raise your frequency to 5th, and really power on, because this is a great time to do it. This is the manifesting year. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will keep powering on. This is all about angel messages on how to manifest, how to redirect your energy during a Mercury retrograde. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. You might be watching our live video stream on Facebook or on YouTube. And it's also, you can find the information over on my website, JennRoyster.com. Stay with us. We will be right back after the break.
Interested in deepening your spiritual practice? The School for Esoteric Studies offers online training to spiritual seekers from all paths of life and individual coaching. Our courses synthesize Eastern and Western spiritual traditions based on meditation, study, and service applied to everyday life. To learn more about our courses and services, please visit www.esotericstudies.net.
What is a brilliant culture, and how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you align your culture with your business strategy for exceptional results. Looking for a culture that drives organizational excellence? Listen to Cultural Brilliance Radio, the second and fourth Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit culturalbrilliance.com.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
To see your life from an angel's perspective, book a personal consultation with Claire Candy Huff, angelic walk-in angel Ariel at Angel Healing House. Candy provides intuitive counseling, Reiki, and angel readings in person in Los Angeles or nationally and internationally via phone or Skype. She will channel the practical tools you need to transform your life. Call now 831-277-3716 or visit angelhealinghouse.com.
Known for his keen sense of humor, contagious smile, and extensive esoteric wisdom, EJ translates deep spiritual wisdom into practical advice to empower you to live your happiest, most fulfilled experience. Mystic Living Radio, Deep Spiritual Wisdom, Practical Advice with EJ, Eliyahu Jihan. This hit show delivers profound experiences for all who want to live life to their deepest desires. Tune in monthly for Mystic Living Radio. Learn more by visiting vitaltransformation.org.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream of the Jenn Royster Show. We're talking about the current Mercury Retrograde that just started on the 22nd of March and what that influences and what the angel insights are on how we can work with this the best way. Now, I told you the first part that it was in Aries, that it was a Mercury retro and in Aries. So here's the other part. It also, there is a Venus with Pluto influence here. And this brings in some interesting things. And this is the focus really that you might find you're experiencing with this retrograde, because this brings, intensity. It'll bring some challenges to grow out of your comfort zone. Carter, didn't we already do that today?
Sure did.
I've been feeling that all day long, But challenges to work out of your comfort zone are a gift, because you don't grow on a soul level in your comfort zone. You don't grow. So if you are in the comfort zone, everything works, everything's fine, it's the way you're expecting it. And then this particular influence pulls you out of the comfort zone to step into unknown territory. The review part is interesting because you can look at your plan, see if you want to revise it before stepping out. However, then you're going to have this urge to step out. Relationships and finances come up with Venus quite a bit. And then just mental overthinking here with that Aries. So there's a little bit going on here. You might be finding that you want to really change up your job. There's relationships that need work or tweaking or changing. This review opportunity really gives you great insight. Here's the kicker, guys. Out of the comfort zone for a lot of people is going inward and trusting and listening to your own guidance. That's right. It really is. And that's one of the things that I went, oh, wow. Most people, they're reaching out to somebody like me or somebody that is there to help like that. We are here to guide and help you. But one of the things that I'm really a stickler about is I am not going to try to influence you how to think or choose. I'm going to show you how you can find it. That's really where I believe empowerment is trusting your own self. So that's what I'm about. And so here we go, going on. Now the energy will, challenge you a little bit. It will feel like, okay, I need to do something to make sure I'm okay. It's going to feel like that a little bit. That's important that you listen to that, because your energy is affected if you're drained, if you're out of sync with what you're in, if things like that are happening with you, if it's all out of whack, you're not putting out an energy that can help anybody anyway. A lot of times we find that it's a lot easier to focus on somebody else's issues or somebody else's problems than our own. So this one, that comfort zone is getting to know who you are on the inside and not avoiding it. Because really, if that shifts and that heals and you balance things there, sky's the limit on what you're going to be manifesting. So you might find it going back and forth with that a little bit. So don't see this as a negative. That relationship could be with yourself too. How are you with yourself? I mean, are you constantly being self-critical? Do you not believe in your dream? Do you feel like, oh, this is what I'd really love to do, but I don't feel good enough? This one's going to take you there to explore that. That's one of the things that holds people up so much. They want something so badly, but then when you come right down to it, it's not about other people believing in them. They don't really believe in themselves. They don't believe they can do it. They don't have the confidence that they're good enough. Let this Mercury Retrograde help you, because it will say it'll shine light on the parts that you probably do avoid. I'm just going to tell you. I know I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm going to be honest with you, because that's the way it is. And one of my favorite sayings about that, it's not, well, what everybody else is thinking. You're holding yourself up if that's where you are. One of my favorite sages of all time, Lao Tzu, he says, care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. Whoa, think about that one, right? Yeah, that's care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. That is Lao Tzu. And he is a 4,000 some sage, which is amazing. He is amazing, but doesn't that make a lot of sense? Doesn't that make a lot of sense? So let's keep diving in now. I want to take you into some of the angel insights, and I've got like 5 different ones here that I want to bring up. And when I was asking which angels, Michael, of course, comes in. He always comes in with an Aries energy anyway. I had Jophiel come in. I also had Raphael come in, and I just Zadkiel, there was quite a few. So it's kind of like a team came through. That's the archangels. There's also your guardian angel that will give you insight and guide you and let you know. All you've got to do is tap into that. Now, one of the things that they brought up was balance. That goes right back to the question that was sent in from a couple weeks ago on the show about the chakra balancing and the size. Balance is very important. One of the things they're cautioning about is impulsive decisions. That goes and makes sense with some of the things we hear about a Mercury retrograde. Don't make an impulsive decision. That's because when you're in, and that's not really a negative. That means you're in reflective mode. You're in revise mode. People that write, you've got your rough draft, your redraft, your redraft of the redraft, and that can go on quite a bit before there's a final draft. That's revising, that's reviewing, that's tweaking, that's changing, that's looking at it, stepping away from it for a little bit and then coming back to it. Balance is very important. And impulsive decisions right now, they're saying don't do that. Give yourself opportunity to look at it. Give yourself opportunity to take a review of it, check it out, see how it's going. They also said moderation. Take a path of moderation, not overindulgence. That's because with Venus, and Venus can be an indulgent relationship, finances, you want to spend everything all over. It's kind of interesting. So they're saying moderation, slow down, don't be impulsive. I thought that was very interesting. Also about, look at your current circumstances. Now, here's one of the things that came up with Michael. He's very good at organizing. He's a great coach for business, a business coach, really. Life coach, business coach. I love to tap in with Michael like, okay, it needs some structure. I feel like I'm going in 50 different directions. What do we do? That's when you pull out the pen and paper. You can do it on the computer, but I like using good old pen and paper because your energy is coming out through the pen. And if you did that, list your current circumstances. Have 2 columns, the positives, the negatives, so you can see it. You can put it out there and go, okay, and then work with the structure. And this angel says, you know what? I can help you. Ask me. Absolutely ask me. I've done this before. And when you lay out your positive, negative columns, like here's my current circumstances. I'm happy, but I don't quite have enough money to pay the bills. That might be 2 different columns. Love my relationship, but there's some things that I want to explore that my partner doesn't like. Where do you feel about that? You see, because we don't want to feel stifled in any way. You don't want to feel like you can't be you. Relationships will be challenged because are you in the relationships you need to be in? Do they support you? Relationships that lift you raise the frequency. That it's not expected that the partner is doing all the work for you. But if you feel imprisoned or trapped or stuck, it's time to review it. I know. Those are tough. I know. But that's what it is. This time will also be, you might be feeling like you have to make a decision and you're struggling. You're going back and forth and you're overthinking it. Don't look at it as overthinking. Just slow it down a little bit. The retrograde, don't make a great big decision during that time. Give this opportunity to show you and reveal to you some things that you may have missed. That's a good thing. See, this is a very positive time, but it gets kind of a negative, like don't be afraid of a retrograde. It's a tool that can help you. They're great guides when you use them that way. It's not a negative at all. Another thing is, are you avoiding to make a choice? Watch out for that. You don't have to make the choice now, but are you avoiding even thinking about it? See, there's overthinking, then there's not even going there at all. Because going there is out of your comfort zone. You don't want to go there. Now's the time to go there. It's kind of like going inward a little bit, listening to yourself, but don't let yourself beat you down. Because if that's what happens when you go in there and it's doing that, time to stand up to that. Ask the angels, your higher self, like, hey, I don't really want to do that to myself anymore. First of all, you got to not want to. Then you're asking for an action plan. And then guess what? They're not going to do it for you. They can guide you, but you have to take a proactive approach where you're not going to do that anymore to yourself. This is very individual, very personal, and very unique to everyone. So it's not just one cookie cutter answer. Here, do this. So that's why there's no way I can put that into one box, okay? I don't think that's realistic. This is unique to you, but it's not impossible. So that's one of the things they brought up. They just said, take this as a gift of slow down and wait for the right timing. With an Aries in there, it can make you feel like you have to hurry up and go, go, go. that's where the angel insights came in and said, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Just wait for it. So I really liked that one for the initial Aries punch that makes you go, hurry up. Oh, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. All that kind of stuff. No, you're not going to miss anything. You're going to miss some great insights if you don't slow down and review. That's what you don't want to miss. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, I've got more messages, and this is all good stuff. This is important stuff because we're really into the new year now of manifesting. So we want to start off in a very positive way. You want to have the tools where you can go out there and dream, intend, and manifest that life you want. Stay with us. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We will be right back.
Are you traveling most of your day? Do you want to take Transformation Talk Radio with you anywhere you go? Well, guess what? There's an app for that. Just go to the App Store on your Apple device or the Google Play Store on your Android and search Transformation Talk Radio. Catch all of our live shows no matter where you are. Thanks for listening.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving. Even in the face of adversity, say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown, from the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul in the depths of who you are. The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net, 1-800-323-1790.
And welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about this current Mercury retrograde. It's in Aries, has some Venus and Pluto influence, and we've looked into the angel insights on how we can work with this energy. It really is a positive gift. It sometimes feels very frustrating, I know, and that's why we're going through this. Now, it is a time to go within. I said that earlier. It's a meditative time. Meditation will benefit you. So will yoga or something like that. But when you're redirecting your energy, which is what I want to show you how to do, one of the tips that I have discovered with the angels and just looking at all of this energy influence we have right now is when it goes retrograde, it can feel like things are stuck, you're not moving. Get active physically. Do something physically active. I call that active meditation. It's one of the best things out there. If you're not one to sit and you're overthinking, it's really difficult to just sit there and, just meditate on demand. It's not even realistic. Go for a walk, go for a bike ride, yoga, something gentle. It doesn't have to be vigorous. It could be gardening. Gosh, you can even do it if you're house cleaning. You can do it with laundry, cooking, craft. I mean, I love it with painting. I just sit at the easel and go. I love it with gardening. When I'm walking Emmy, my dog, that's some of the best meditative time ever. You want to make time for that now. If you're not normally doing that, I highly recommend that you do take that time to yourself. This is a time to listen inward, and meditation helps you clear, or active meditation especially, it's moving the energy out. I have seen so many people with energy that they have a tendency physically to show and manifest that they're holding energy. They'll have pain in their neck, they'll have pain in their back, down their legs, jumping, things like that. I'm not talking about a medical condition. I'm talking about trapped energy. I have seen it numerous times. We know there's nothing else going on. And it's like, you know what? When's the last time you did anything active or, did something for yourself? 9 times out of 10, they tell me, oh, I haven't had time for that. I was like, you know what? Take 10, 15 minutes to do something. Stretches, go for a brisk walk, something, anything. And they come back and they go, you know what? That pain in my neck went away. I've had it happen to me a few times. I try to not let it build up that way, but when you feel something that intense, that energy is trapped. It's trying to find a way out. And the body will tell you that. So that's why, when people go to get massages, that's why it moves the energy and that helps. But you can do it in other ways. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it through an activity, something where you can just let the thoughts, they will come out, they will pass through. Don't try to stop them. And at first, it's just thoughts that are like what you don't want to think about. You've got to get them out of you. So something active, especially with Aries influence, because, Aries wants you to get active and do something. Get some activity going to get that energy out that's in the way. It could be that it's just mental overthinking. It could be that you're not sleeping at night. It could be that you're fretting and worrying about a decision you need to make. Get out and do something active. Do something. It needs to just be where your mind is preoccupied somewhere else. It's kind of like occupying the conscious mind with something, and then the subconscious can take a break and process things. It's crazy. You might find that your dreams are more active right now because of that. Because if you don't process energy in your conscious state, it's going to do it in your subconscious state. It's trying to find a way out. Energy always moves. So if it's almost like it's bouncing off the walls inside of some people. If you're one of those that you just really feel that, inside, active, moving, something like that, meditation, just doing something you enjoy that takes your mind off things, that's going to be the best thing. And guess what? It doesn't matter how busy or how much you've got going on. That's probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself is to give yourself that little bit of time. You will be so much more productive. You will ease some of that overflow, and you'll be able to think more clear. It's really it's a win-win. This energy, and this is one of the things the angels were advising. That was Raphael. He's advising your health is going to show you how you're handling your current situation. Okay, your health, your stress level, your aches and pains, your illnesses, your whatever, all that kind of stuff. Pay attention tend to you because you need to take care of you. It needs to be a priority. It's important. You need to take care of you to be able to be a light out in the world for a higher frequency. Higher frequencies don't have any of that stuff going on. They're not afraid to just go for it. That higher dimension, that fifth dimension, there is no, oh, right, wrong, wait, this, that, and all that mental stuff. You just do what you love. And you just know that you're going to have all of your needs met perfectly. And there's no overthinking it. Wouldn't that be wonderful to live like that? This is a great way to start. So it doesn't have to feel like it's a standstill, even though it might right now for you if there's big choices you're making. Just know that timing will move through. Do the active meditation. I really highly recommend that. You can also do the other type. That's what yoga really, to me, is an active meditation. There's Tai Chi, just movement, dance. Dance is fantastic if you love to dance. Dance is free flowing. It's perfect. Swimming, anything you enjoy doing. Are you giving yourself time to do it? It's one of the most important things you could do right now with this energy. Then you're going to feel, oh, okay, I really do want to try something new. I'm so nervous about trying something new. I'm kind of scared and intimidated by it. This is what I'm trying to help you overcome. I'm trying to help you find ways to go there naturally and not hesitate to learn new ways of approaching life, to see new perspectives. Because if you were to just step out of your comfort zone just a little bit and try something different, just anything different, right? You might be pleasantly surprised what you might learn. You might find, oh, wow, I never realized I could do that, or I never thought of it from that way. And you'll come up with these new ideas. And then that's a stepping stone that'll lead to something else. You will find more opportunity that way. You will find new ways to solve an old problem, because if you keep trying to do it the same way, you get the same result, right? That's how that works. So the same thing with beliefs and thinking. It's not, how do I say this? If we believe it's really hard and it's going to just not reward us, and you're working your finger to the bone and you still don't feel like anything's happening, that's because you believe that. And a lot of people might get mad at me right now because, it's like, it's not my fault that things happen to me. Okay, you don't have to listen to me. I've gone down that route. I've tried all of that. All I know is until I decided to change, that I was not a victim, or I was not this or that, and it wasn't just happening to me. I didn't do that. It wasn't my fault, that kind of thing. I had to get past that. I had to get past the right, wrong, this, that, and I just had to take action and take that responsibility like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to do this with my life. That's when it started to change. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll do the last segment. This is about the retrograde. This is about angel insights on how this can be a very powerful, very productive review time for you. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We will be right back after the break.
Are you looking for the perfect setting for your next workshop or retreat? At Spirit Fire Meditative Retreat Center, cultivating consciousness is what we do best. Our guests count on us to create an atmosphere that supports serenity and well-being. We lead from the heart and create space for the mind. Freshly prepared meals designed with local and organic ingredients, 95 acres of beautiful woods and pastures, and a facility built with green in mind. This is what you'll find at Spirit Fire. For more information, visit spiritfireretreatcenter.com.
High-frequency healing for an amazing life with Source Light Radio. Join host Laura Barton each month on Transformation Talk Radio as she explores Source Light integration, a unique spectrum of energy, light, and frequency. Experience instantaneous healing and amazing shifts in consciousness. with Source Light Integrations Radio. For more information on Laura and her work, visit sourcelightintegrations.com.
Thrive is what we experience when our mind, body, and soul operate as one. When we thrive, we excel on all levels. Thrive is the mindset that matters. It is essential to our being. Have you ever found yourself looking for the instruction manual on how to thrive? You'll find everything you need to help you feel strong, powerful, and peaceful in your own body. So don't waste any more time. Visit thrivebyjen.com today.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
To see your life from an angel's perspective, book a personal consultation with Claire Candy Huff, angelic walk-in angel Ariel at Angel Healing House. Candy provides intuitive counseling, Reiki, and angel readings in person in Los Angeles or nationally and internationally via phone or Skype. She will channel the practical tools you need to transform your life. Call now, 831-277-3716, or visit angelhealinghouse.com.
Tune in to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio to harness your connection with the universe to effect change for optimal success and happiness. Named one of the country's top psychics, Eve now brings her insights and gifts to this weekly hit call-in show, joined by visionaries, leaders, and gifted others, but mostly you. Jot it down, Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
And welcome back to the last segment. And I'm going to take a moment to go over to the chat on YouTube because we've got looks like we have somebody new that's just discovered. I want to say hello. Her name is Jenny. Hello, Jenny from Jenn. And hello, Candace. And we had Raven Wolf in there. And we had a few others in there. But it looks like she had a question about, Jenny says, hello, Dr. Jenn. I was led today to Raziel, Archangel Raziel, which led me to your show about Raziel and now here. So she's been following me around the web. Hello, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to our family. I am so blessed. I am releasing deep old childhood sexual wounds. Any advice? I'll hear it in here. Okay, yep. This is a good retrograde for you. Wow, you talk about divine timing. I just got the goosies, the chills from that. Because Venus has an influence in this one, Jenny, this absolutely will help you with that. First of all, look at how relationships might have a repeating pattern for you. If there's something that repeats or something like, gosh, I thought I picked pretty good this time and then it went there, it could be related to that. But right now's the time to throw that up and be clear with your intention. I just want to release this, kind of asking for a clean slate when it comes to relationships or anything with that, because you don't want to hold on to those kind of wounds anymore. Who would? There's a lot of that being released right now. And it is a releasement time. It's time to let that phase go. When we moved into this year, which really kicked off, there's a transitional point with a few months when we moved into 2018, which is a manifesting year. We don't want to keep manifesting what we were already manifesting. We want to change that. You might be great at what you were manifesting. Fine. Keep what works. Get rid of the rest. You have to go into release mode. Release, 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 which was the last message that I received from the angels on this. This is time to move on. You're looking for anything that you repeat. This is the key to this. You're looking for anything you have a repeating pattern to, because there's something you're doing the same way. There's something you're reacting or responding the same way, which keeps giving you the same result. So this review time is perfect for that. Write it down, look at it, go, that repeats. What can I do to change that up? And it will take you out of the comfort zone to change it, because it won't be, comfort zone is what you know to do, everything you know to do. So if you went and looked at this and said, well, what could I do differently? Maybe I just need to believe in myself and not believe the opinion of somebody else. Maybe I need to respect myself. And then that is the energy you put out there for other people to respect you. That happens a lot with cases like this when we're children, or if we've brought it in from a past life. You're not aware that it might be something like that, because it does do that. You don't realize these are that underlying thing. Retrogrades lift up the rug to see what got swept underneath it. So you don't want to avoid retrogrades. Every time they come up, use it to your advantage. And that's absolutely, look for what you can release. Is it a belief? Is it a way you feel about yourself? Is it anything like that? Is it, and what makes you feel good? What can you do about that to make yourself feel good? I absolutely love, I'm going to go back to that. I absolutely love the Lao Tzu quote that I've quoted earlier: care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. That is more than likely you're going to feel that quote if you've had any kind of history with things like that, or anybody disrespecting you or anything, because that is a major disrespect. And it's a disrespect of energy, because sexual energy is spiritual energy. So it's a disrespect. We don't want that. Going into a higher frequency of living, going 4D, 5D, has nothing to do with that. We don't do that anymore. We feel that connection with one another. And why would you do to another what you don't want done to yourself? Things like that. This is a release time, an absolute release time. Release, release, release. Do a lot of clearing. Do a lot of chakra balancing. Chakra balancing has really been coming up a lot this year, which is why I've been doing extra shows. I even did that class a few weeks ago, and we are going to offer that class again in the next month or so. We did that one live. So if you want to do some deeper work, I have quite a bit I'm getting ready to put out there that I, would really dive in deep. We had a great one with that one. But when you are moving with Venus, which works with feeling, you want to not avoid it, because we are working as we move into a higher ascension. We want to work from our heart, which is feeling. We want to make choices from the heart. The mental thinking, you're going to feel like it's just coming in all over the place. But here's the clue. With retrogrades or any of the stuff that's coming up on awareness, to see different perspectives. And some of it's going to take you off guard. You're going to have a reaction to something. You thought you were fine, and then all of a sudden something just really sets you off. I mean, it's going to happen. Do not give yourself a hard time about that. See that for what it is. It's showing you where there's some work to be done and some healing and releasement. That's how it'll show you. Not every time, but it will. Some of you, you'll see it that way. You'll go, I thought I was fine with that. And then all of a sudden I fall apart on that, or I just have this crazy knee-jerk reaction to something. See it for what it is. It's revealing and bringing your awareness to where you need the healing. Because how many times when I've worked with people, and I've done it too myself, I want to change, I want to heal, I know there's something, I just don't know what it is. So you ask for what it is. So you ask, what is it that I need to know? How many of you ask the angels, what do I need to know? And then when something like that's happening, your question's actually being answered for you to see it in the physical world, so you can see what you need to work on. Those are great revelations. They're not negatives. It's a revelation of, oh, okay, I am holding on to something there. And one of the greatest things to remember when you're working on clearing chakras, clearing attachments, releasing the old to let in the new, if it's yanking your chain, you're attached to it. I know. And that just, sometimes when I've said that before, and when I even say it and listen to it myself, it's like, oh man, you don't want it to bother you like that. But if it is, then you're attached to it. There's a cord attachment that you want to cut. Because you can't change other people. You can work on you. And they can stay the same and they will never change. But guess what? You can change how it affects you. And that's how you do it. And you may have to feel like you go through that process a few times on cutting. And then one day you're going to just realize, I never felt that. I never felt it at all. And you can't even feel it. It's like completely, you just don't feel it. It's like if you think about when you're really upset, you give it a really good hard cry. And then after that passes, you feel different after. That's because the energy has passed through and the tears were a way to process the energy. So don't hold them back if that's how you do it. Anyway, guys, there's so much more to share. I know, but it's good to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for being with us in the chat. We are out of time, so we've got to go. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that was here listening, watching, hanging out in the chat. It's good to see you guys being there with each other. It's kind of nice, watching the show together. And we will be here next week on the Jenn Royster Show. We'll see you next time. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.JennRoyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.